everybody, happy Monday. It's the start of a new week and this week is going to be really crazy busy, so I thought that I would take you along with me. I actually worked really late today and I'm going to be working late quite a few nights this week. So after work I had to go and pick up groceries, as you saw, because there's not really anything to eat in the house and I kind of like to plan my meals ahead for the week so I know exactly what I'm cooking or what I'm gonna eat, and I just think it makes it so much easier in terms of what I'm buying for groceries and not having to spend time thinking about what I want to make for dinner, because that's the one thing I feel like takes too much of my mental capacity today, is deciding what's for dinner. So I feel like it's just so much easier and more convenient if I plan my meals at the start of the week and then just go and buy all the ingredients that I need, and then I also have a meal to look forward to every single evening. Anyway, I digress. I just got out of the shower, I washed my hair, so I basically feel like a brand new person, which is great. It's now 4 minutes past 8 and usually this time of the evening I would have finished my dinner and pretty much been in bed watching Desperate Housewives or something and kind of just winding down and relaxing. But I actually still have work to do. It's not so much that I absolutely have to do it, but I've kind of been procrastinating all day and I just didn't get around to a couple of things, and I feel like if I don't do it right now it's going to bother me for the entire evening and tomorrow. So, and then it's also going to add on to my to-do list for tomorrow, which I don't want. So I feel like I just need to get it done now. It's probably only going to take me 30 minutes. I'm going to put something on YouTube on the TV so that I have some background noise, and then we're quickly going to tackle, it's basically just a few like admin tasks that I need to do. I just need to edit something on my phone, I need to create a LinkedIn post for my freelance business, and then I need to do some admin work also for my freelance editing stuff. So we're gonna do that and then I can finally relax for the evening. I'm probably just going to read and then watch TV until I fall asleep. This past weekend I started a new book, which is Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I've actually been reading it quite quickly because it just reads very easy. I'm on page 150, so far I've really been enjoying it, and yeah, I look forward to reading more of it. Hi Loki, are you gonna sit with me while I work? Okay, let's put something on the TV and tackle this so I can just get it over and done with. Back home from work. It's now 9 minutes past 7 in the evening and I am extremely tired, to say the least, but I have to get started on dinner. So I'm just gonna make a very simple chicken with a sweet and sour sauce and some rice, and then for dessert my grandma and I actually made a peppermint crisp tart this morning, and I haven't looked at it since we put it in the freezer to cool, so I really hope that it turns out well. Then I also still have some work to do. The day does not end yet, so I'm gonna get dinner started. While that is going on, I'm just gonna finish work for the evening. Luckily it's not a lot that I have to do, so I basically just need to review the website that my friend helped me, or basically designed for me for my new freelancing business. So I'm gonna go through that, and then hopefully for the rest of the evening I can relax. Good morning. It's now Wednesday. I basically feel like I've just been behind my laptop screen all morning, apart from when I had breakfast and got ready for the day. And the worst part is, like, I haven't even gone to half the things that I actually wanted to do, and I basically have to start getting ready to leave for my part-time job in about 15 minutes. So I've literally just been sat behind the screen working on sending things to potential clients for my freelance business. So I've just been sending out quotes and responding to emails and sending out sample edits and basically just doing admin, and it's literally taken me all morning, which is so frustrating because I really wanted to work on the outline for my murder mystery novel. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because I have plans at 7 p.m. this evening, and then after that I don't really see myself outlining a book. So I'm really hoping that I can finish work a little bit earlier today than I have for the past 2 days, so that when I come home I can maybe sit and work for at least an hour and see how much I get done, because I've been procrastinating on doing this outline and I really want to get it done. So I'm gonna respond to this last email and then I'm gonna start getting ready for work, and then hopefully when I come back we can work a little bit on the outline of the book. I also have another book that I have to read through for a potential client, so it's good that I'm busy. I'm not complaining. I'd rather be busy doing work that I actually enjoy, which is this, than doing anything else. However, I just don't currently have enough hours in the day. I don't know how this morning went by so quickly. I need more hours in the day. I've got a few minutes before I have to leave for work, and I wanted to update you on the book that I'm currently reading, which is Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellers. I believe this is her debut novel, but I heard that her other book, Blue Sisters, was also really good. And like I've been saying recently, I've just been in more of a literary fiction mood, and this absolutely delivered on that. I kind of felt like I was falling into a bit of a reading slump with other books that I read, and this definitely has taken me out of my reading slump. It's very simple to digest, and I'm currently on page 194. I feel like I've just been able to read this book quite fast, and although there isn't really an extensive plot, I'm still invested in the characters. I feel like most or a lot of literary fiction books that I've read are a lot more character driven than they are plot driven, and if you're in the mood for that, I feel like it can be really enjoyable. So this book is basically about Cleo and Frank, who both live in New York. She's there on a student visa that's about to expire, and then the two of them meet, they fall in love, and they end up getting married, although he is quite significantly older than her, and the story basically follows their marriage and kind of the trials that they're experiencing, and they're just like their day-to-day life. We've had a few interesting things happen, but like I said, I feel like this is just so easy to read through. Like, I don't have to think about what I'm reading or concentrate. It's easy to get immersed into the story, and it just makes it quite quickly to read through. So hopefully I can finish this before the end of the week. Whew. I've made myself a cup of hot chocolate, and what time is it now? It is 5:15, which is the earliest I've been home in a while, and I'm very grateful because that gives me almost 2 hours to get some writing work done before I have to leave again. But finally, we get to the actual author part of this video, because I feel like everything so far has just been bits and pieces of my week where I'm not writing. And although I was technically working on my freelance business, I haven't actually worked on my novel because I just simply haven't gotten around to it. I wish I could say that I'm currently writing every single day, but I'm not. I haven't even looked at my manuscript in probably a few weeks. So yeah, that is how my writing life has been going. It's not been very productive, and I'm not even entirely sure that I want to continue with my murder mystery novel. But I figured that one of the things that's currently kind of been holding me back in continuing with this manuscript is the fact that I do not have an outline, and my personality is just the type where I need to have a clear direction or a clear outline of what I'm writing. Otherwise, I just end up getting writer's block or losing inspiration. I think it's always easy when you get an idea for a book to write like the first chapter or the first few chapters, and that's usually where a lot of people lose their inspiration and they end up giving up. And that's where I found a outline is actually the saving grace. So I love an outline. I always outline my books, and I generally usually enjoy the process a lot, but just because I have been so busy with work lately, I kind of have been procrastinating it. But no more. We have some time to ourselves. The first thing that I'm going to do is just a little bit of research on what the structure of a murder mystery slash thriller slash drama usually looks like, just because it's a genre that I've personally never written before, and I don't really know all of the important things that usually make a good murder mystery. I'm going to start by doing a little bit of research, and then I do have a lot of ideas for different scenes, and I already know what the ending of the book is going to be. So I have a direction to work towards, and I kind of just need to fill in all of the blanks and the clues to get there. So that's what I'm going to try and figure out this afternoon. I don't know if we're going to finish that outline today, because we might make really good progress in the next hour, or I might not get a lot done at all. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to take the ideas that I have and then try to fit them into a structure for the plot so that it all flows into each other as well as possible. I don't know if any of that made sense at all. I really hope it did. I'm going to stop procrastinating. I hope my computer is not going to be super slow and that it actually works with me and not against me, as it usually does. And yeah, let's do our research and let's start outlining this book. Good morning, everyone. It is now Thursday. What time is it? It's 10 minutes to 11 in the morning. So I've kind of just been sitting in my room and doing a bit of work for my freelance business, but we have now moved to the office and to the desk, which is when you know it's going to get serious. So last night, I felt like I really got into a zone when I started outlining, which I honestly haven't felt in a while, just because life has been so busy in terms of like social events as well as my work. And I think to some degree that has been a little bit emotionally draining or creatively draining. So I just haven't felt as inspired to work on my novel, which is why I haven't touched it in a few weeks. However, like I said, when I started outlining last night, I really felt a little bit more inspired and creative. And as I read through some of the work which I have written for the first 2 chapters, I actually really liked it, which I feel like it's been a while that I've been able to say that I've looked back at something that I've written, especially a first draft, and actually thought, hey, that's not too bad. That's actually pretty decent, which I honestly feel like is a huge win. So I'm feeling very positive about that. But because I only had like a little bit of time last night, I couldn't make as much progress as I initially wanted to. So we have a little bit of time this morning to work on it, and I want to see how far I can get. I don't know if I said this, but today is Thursday, so I think it's going to be the last day of this vlog, just because I have a really busy weekend ahead of me. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get to writing tomorrow. Might be able to, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to plan for it. I've been trying to get to a coffee shop to write this whole week, and I just haven't gotten myself as far, because every single morning I wake up and I'm just like, I don't want to leave the house. I honestly think that's just because I've literally been so busy on a social scale for the last 2 months that I haven't been home nearly as much, and I'm definitely more of like an introvert homebody person. So every time I do a lot of socializing, I just want to be at home in my own space and relax. So I've definitely been wanting to do like writing and work. It's not that I've been completely unproductive, but I also haven't wanted to get dressed and leave the house and go and sit in a coffee shop full of people where there are noises, and I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, I just want to sit in my yoga pants at home and write my novel. That is the mood right now. So we'll see if I get to a coffee shop tomorrow. Who knows? But other than that, I just have quite a busy weekend once again, like socially, and I think I have 3 social events on Saturday, which is a lot. And then I'm just going to spend Sunday recovering from Saturday. But anyways, let's talk about the murder mystery. So as you saw last night, I kind of have been doing a little bit of research on a good like story structure or plot structure for a murder mystery, just because it's not something that I have written before. And if you've watched some of my other videos, then you'll know I love my little white notes when it comes to outlining. Currently busy with Act 1. I've been writing down some ideas for chapters, and I think once I'm done with that, I'm also going to go back to my notebook. If you were here a few vlogs back, I specifically bought this notebook for this project. So I also want to write a list of like all of my side characters and just a little bit of detail about all of them, not like a full extensive backstory on each of them, but just a little bit of detail and how they play into the story, because obviously all of your characters and your suspects are very important and relevant to the plot. So that is kind of my plan for now. I want to see how much progress I make in the next hour, and yeah, let's see what we can get done. It's now 20 minutes past 7. I honestly thought today was going to be the day where I wasn't going to get home so late. However, it's not, because I was working until 7, so I feel like that makes it a little bit better. I finished work at around 5, and then I went over to my friend's house, who finished helping me design the website for my, basically like my author page. So it's all of my novels and stuff, but more specifically for my freelance writing and editing business. So I'm really excited about this. I feel like we need to do a proper sit down chat where I talk about this, because I haven't talked about it yet. But this is the website. So there are all my books, and then basically my services and stuff. This is just the mobile version. But I'm very happy and excited about this. I think I'm gonna put something on the TV to watch. I don't know yet, but I'm feeling I need something that's like comfort show vibes. So we're probably gonna put on Desperate Housewives, because I'm watching it for the first time. I haven't watched it yet, which I know is a bit of a tragedy. But when I started watching it, I got so invested. I think I'm currently on season 5, and I'm a little bit upset. So because it's so late, I was like, there's just no way that I'm going to come home now and cook dinner, even though I had a meal plan for this week, but it's just not happening. And I've also been craving sushi the entire week, so we got some sushi takeaway, so it's quite a lot. I'm so excited about this. So I think we're gonna eat my dinner and contemplating if I want to have the sit down chat now whilst I'm eating and explaining everything to you. Do you know what I think I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm tired. I just want to eat my food and watch TV, and we'll talk about the business tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to say, so as far as outlining went today, I didn't end up finishing the outline, which is a little bit disappointing because I didn't make as much progress as I would have liked. However, I feel like I still made pretty decent progress, which is good. I got a lot of ideas for scenes, and most of them I've kind of figured out where in the plot slash structure of the story they need to go, so that's very, very good. I just need a couple more ideas for scenes that kind of, it's not exactly filler chapters, but things that will add more to the story in terms of the clues of figuring out the mystery, but also to like our main character and her relationship with other characters around her. So we still need to figure that out, but the good thing is we have the beginning and we have the ending, so at least I know where it's going. And yeah, we made some pretty good progress today, so that's good. I would have loved to finish it this week, but like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna get around to writing tomorrow. Maybe I do, maybe I finish it tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna get time to write tomorrow, so we'll see. Otherwise we will finish it next week, but for now I'm gonna enjoy my dinner and my TV, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Hello everyone, it is now a Friday afternoon, and I thought we could just have a quick little chat about the new business that I'm starting slash have started. So basically a couple of weeks ago I was talking to someone and they suggested that I start my own freelance writing slash editing business, to which I kind of laughed and responded that I am not a business person or an entrepreneur in any sense, that I don't know anything about business or starting my own business or running a business or anything like that. And as we kept talking about it, I realized that it was actually a good idea. So if you've watched some of my earlier videos this year, you'll know that I started a new part-time job in the mornings doing writing. And this has made me realize basically that I actually really enjoy freelance writing and editing, and I've learned so much about writing nonfiction and editing other people's work, and I came to the conclusion that I basically want to do this full time within the next year. So obviously on the one hand, it's super exciting to have kind of discovered a new passion that connects to my original passion of wanting to be an author. I still want to be an author. I still want to publish my own books, but I also want to do this on the side as another form of income. On the other more logical, technical side of it, it does require a lot of work and effort to run your own business. So that's basically what I have been working on for the past few weeks, is the planning and the research. Mostly actually so much research, because obviously I wanted to go about this the right way, and I have had so much to learn. I've had to learn so many things because I knew so little about starting your own business. However, today I can technically officially say that the manuscript atelier is open for business. That's so crazy to say out loud, but basically, like I mentioned last night, I went over to my friend's house and we finished working on the website, which means that I can now post it on my social media. I've been wanting to post it on YouTube and Instagram for so long, so I'm so excited to finally be launching it on my social platforms. That is actually what I have to do today, so that is on my to-do list, very important. So just to kind of give an idea of what exactly it is that I'm doing, so I do ghostwriting services mostly for non-fiction work, and then I do editing services like developmental editing, manuscript critiques, copy editing, etc. And yeah, that is kind of my life update. So I'm going to be putting a lot of effort into this for the next year, because like I said, I really want to try and pursue this full time. I feel like it's my new career dream, which is very exciting to say. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I can make a success of it. I've been working on a couple of different like freelancing platforms, but then I obviously also have my own website. I also have a few kind of potential clients lined up, which is very exciting. So we'll see how it goes. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're riding the wave, I guess you could say. And we'll see where it takes me, but I'm really excited about this new prospect. And yeah, so if you are interested in ghostwriting or editing services, please feel free to reach out. But I will keep you guys updated and posted on this. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. I think that's going to be it for this video, because it's Friday, it's weekend, I still have a little bit of work to do, but then I definitely want to relax. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vlog. Bye bye.